Hey. What's up?
I wasn't ready for that one.
No.
God.
We're watching a video over here. Brandon literally says, I think we're live in 4 seconds.
I haven't heard
doing the
anything
video.
since a
And
minute
then,
out.
boop, we're up. So we'll get good at this
Hey.
eventually. I promise you we will. I just drink fast. I just drink
You just
fast.
fill your body with
Yeah,
liquid.
but no matter what it is, it can be really gross. You just drink it all at once. It's just that 2 seconds afterwards, because you don't taste it while you're drinking it.
Well, that's the thing
you
with
just get all that one aftertaste and you're
the
done.
nasty tap water thing. You taste it in your nose like 2 seconds after.
Your nose. Not my nose. I don't taste water in my nose.
Nose is a big part of taste.
It's a big part of
Yeah.
your taste, I think.
It's a huge part of mine, yeah.
We're just avoiding the topic out of
You sent me
courtesy.
You texted me a picture where it was from the patch, and it was a shot of you, but just my entire nose, like coming in the side of the frame.
It's the single shot of me in the middle. I'm in the center of the table, and I'm like this, explaining something or talking about something, giving my goddamn stupid opinion about something, and in the side, like perfectly framed on the side, is just a nose, and then what he does
It was
like that, and
like
the guy who put it online, it's the shot of me, and then it's like slowly, like different frames zooming in. You just see the nose.
Is that what you see all the
laugh
time?
so
Like
hard.
when you look out, it's just like this like thing, like
my
always
nose
like, right
has
there.
been in every picture I've ever seen through my eyes.
Your nose has been in every picture.
Well, I see my nose
Okay,
all the
I
time.
had to code that for a
Do you
second.
see your nose? Do I see my nose?
If I
I see
close,
the frames in my glasses.
if I close my one of my eyes, I see my nose.
So you can't see your nose at all times?
No.
That's
Really?
not a thing.
No.
It's a thing for me. It's right there, look.
Maybe I can learn to do it one day, like juggling.
If you eat in the wrong way, it could negatively affect your life.
You mean like up your butt?
Or bad
What do you-
stuff.
Oh, okay.
But if you poo in the wrong way, you're probably going to be okay.
What do you mean if you
People
poo-
might not want to hang out with you, but you know,
if
you're
you poo-
probably going to live.
If you poo inwards,
Well, or I don't know how would you
the
poo
wrong
wrong?
way? Poo upwards.
You poo upwards.
Like if it comes out sideways.
If you tried to poo upwards, or while walking, you know, like if you did that,
Yeah.
you'd live a normal life,
fine.
Or
a
you
normal
get an
healthy life.
infection, probably.
You can live till 80 pooing wrong.
You
Yeah.
couldn't. You'd have a messy arsehole. Why do you think cavemen die all the time?
Because of pooping.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Because
I
they're
don't
just
think
walking
so.
and shitting.
But if you ate wrong, and if you ate improperly, you ate nothing but like
Yeah.
hydrogenated vegetable oils all day long, you probably wouldn't live till 80.
Yeah. That's probably what makes you poop wrong too.
But if you didn't,
It probably would.
if you didn't sleep for a week, you'd probably die as well.
Sleeping would be a big thing.
I still want to beat that record.
Do you think when you eat organic food, you're like, all right, this is another 3 years? Like, do you think it actually makes a difference trying to like shed all the like
Well, everybody says it's
chemicals
the
and
other way
bullshit
around.
from
Like if I eat a sleeve of Oreos, everybody's like, say goodbye to a year. But if I eat like a tomato, nobody's like giving me back anything.
Yeah, you just lose it. You don't.
Yeah. It's like,
What
oh,
are you
you're
talking
trade
about? If
items.
you eat, when do you eat a sleeve of Oreos?
Well, I mean, I'm sad. But like, no, I'm saying like if you eat like you do like the burger challenge, and then it's like,
yeah.
you know.
Don't be sad.
Don't be sad. You want an Oreo?
You're talking about cereal bowl full of Oreos?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just put whole milk on it? Just
He used to do that. He used to just like break up Oreos into like a bowl.
We knew a guy, Gus and Jeff and I used to work with a guy who would take cookies and cream ice cream, put it in a blender, and then put a sleeve of Oreos in with it and blend it up. And
So
eat
it's
that.
cookies and cream and Oreos.
Cookies and cream ice cream and Oreos, and then he would eat that like soup with a spoon.
How was his funeral?
Oh my God. He was a soccer player, so it didn't seem to matter
Oh,
at all.
okay.
I imagine that silent room we were talking about before, the one that sends people crazy. That'd be a good one, just for. There's literally no distraction.
You know,
I think that's why they go crazy.
after we talked about that, people were sending me responses to it on Twitter, comments about it, and a guy said he was in one. He said the weirdest thing was that when you talk, you don't hear your own voice. Like it doesn't come back to you
So
at all.
You're used to processing some sort of echo all the time.
Yeah, he said so. It's like you're in the room and it feels like you're plugging your ears because
Oh.
you're used to hearing and then you're
hearing, like, the
only hearing your
vibrations.
voice through the way you normally do when you plug your ears. Hear your voice through your bones, and you're not getting that reflection at all. But you're not plugging your ears, but it's that same feeling of that.
That's
And-
really weird.
Yeah, and that would be really creepy because you'd be.
So if you plug your ears and then talk, is it any different?
I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't.
Man, should we go to one? Should we do a podcast
I
from
would like
inside
to.
one?
I would love to go to one.
Yeah.
And like, what would we do a podcast? See how long we can last. But then we're all talking to each other.
Yeah.
I
We
think
could
you have
do
to
a
be there
really
by
quiet
yourself.
one.
Would you be able to hear? Like, would you be able to hear Brandon?
We could do
It'd be interesting if you turned around and you were like talking in the other direction, if I'd be able to hear you.
Like we all point in opposite. The weirdest podcast ever. We're all facing out.
I wonder if you could hear someone blink.
I think.
Like, what does a blink sound like?
I think you hear yourself blink.
Like 2 flaps of skin just. Yeah.
Give her a little round of applause.
Yeah. What would happen if you put a bat in one of those things? Because they're all like echo, right?
What's that? A bat?
Yeah.
What, like something that uses sonar?
Yeah. Would it
Yeah,
just like
it would just fly into the
fall
wall.
over?
It's like it's in the void.
That's how
Yeah.
you blind a bat. You put it in a soundproof room.
Yeah.
Have you seen the deep sea creatures? Like what
Like
they look like? Their
fluorescent.
specials.
Yeah,
They're
like
terrifying.
anglerfish
They're
and
just like
stuff.
the most terrifying
Yeah.
things you'll ever see in your life.
But after a while, there's nothing down there. I mean, there's just.
Where everything's really flat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just there's like barely any thickness to it, so they can survive in the
I think
pressure.
that's what they
Anchor fluid.
discovered on when James Cameron went down there. There was like nothing at the bottom of the trench.
It gets to the point where everything looks like a sneeze. It's like a congealed sneeze, but it's
just
alive.
It's just
like,
dripped.
Yeah.
It's like somebody had a cold.
Yeah.
It's just like. Ugh.
But like, do you think they ever like those things ever think about swimming up? Like they have the option. They
No,
can just
they-
like
No, I
keep
don't think
going.
they had the option.
They'd probably just.
It's like a pressure thing. I think
Yeah.
it'd like explode.
They probably couldn't swim through the water that density or thickness.
The
No, I'm
reason
saying, like,
why
going to,
we
like,
the
could
reason
they
why
not-
we can't swim down is the same reason why they can't swim up.
Like
They'd have
the-
too much They had too much inner pressure.
Oh,
That as
okay.
they went up, they would explode.
Like if you go up into like the upper atmosphere and there's
Oh
like
my
no.
God.
Yeah.
So if you were in a thing on the bottom of the ocean, and you just took off your sea helmet, would your head just cave in on itself?
Absolutely.
Would it just go,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it's like if you go into space, take your helmet off,
what happens there?
you die.
But it doesn't cave in. There's
I
no
don't
like
know.
downward.
I always
pressure.
thought it caved in, but then I heard you did not.
I
You're-
think you just all your insides shoot out.
Is it like Total Recall, right?
Well, what's,
It's like the stuff that's in here comes out there.
Sounds like a fifth grader
well, no,
talking
if
about
it's-
science.
No, if space is a vacuum,
Yeah, it is.
and then you put something in the
Thanks.
vacuum,
Your internal pressure is much greater
yeah,
than the
so
external pressure.
it would just suck out into the vacuum.
The biggest thing is the pressure differential causes your blood to essentially boil, is what happens, and then you would expand. So.
I'll tell you what the great thing though about the only good thing about the Miley Cyrus incident is Will Smith's his
Yeah.
family's reaction to what was going on. Like his son looked horrified.
His son has the same look on his face every time you see him.
How often do
Was
you
it
watch?
this look?
How
Let me
often
guess,
do you
let me
look
guess.
at Will Smith's
Brandon,
son?
Was it this look?
Yeah.
Was it that? That's Will Smith's kid's face look. That's what he
just his,
looks like.
That's just his idol animation.
In every photo, the kid looks like he's like
In
looks like
every
he's
movie.
like what he's looking like there's
What's-
something
what's
far
his name?
away that's like he's worried about.
What's
Just
his name?
look up.
Jaden Smith.
Yeah, Jaden Smith.
Yeah. I saw.
I mean, I don't want to make fun of anybody's kid, but he's a
Yeah.
famous star. Yeah, look
The,
at
the,
him. He
the
looks,
first picture.
he looks fucking worried.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, just click on any
Yeah.
picture. It's literally any picture. Now look, click on any of the other ones. He's like, oh shit, I'm still worried.
Look up the VMA, the reaction, Will Smith family reaction.
I guarantee it'll be that exact
Yeah.
same face. He has the exact same face in every photo he's in.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
You do it. It's hard.
It looks like Jaden Smith always looks like he's worried about the sun. That's what it looks like
It
to
could
me.
fall.
Yeah. Or he's like, what? It's
Maybe
bright
he
out here,
thinks
I'm
he looks
concerned.
really good looking.
What's that?
Like, do you say there's a hot girl, right?
Go ahead.
And she's looking at you, and you know she's looking at you.
It
Yeah.
happens.
What is your go-to facial position?
I pretend to whistle.
Mine
Okay.
is like.
I'll be a hot girl. I'll be a hot girl.
Well, you should make the camera the hot girl, right?
I should
Because
do
if that's
what?
make the camera the hot girl. So, what would I be doing? Would I be at a like a
confused.
restaurant or something or like a bar?
Yeah.
Like where is this happening?
You're at the airport. That's the chair you're sitting in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a hot girl. Let me just sit down.
My thing is direct eye contact until someone won't look away. Like if I'm at a bar and I look up and somebody's looking at me like that, I'll just literally not break eye contact and just go, God damn it, they switched the camera on me. I mean, as soon as I go to do it, you switch the camera. Never mind. I was gonna say like just if you're eating, just don't break eye contact just to eat like this.
Okay.
It's like in
just
Fast
stare
and
them down.
Furious.
Okay, so I didn't
Keep
look at you.
driving.
I sat down and I'm just on my phone, but I have the potential of glancing you. What's your face?
I think if you look at someone for more than 2 seconds, you say hello to them. It's very easy. I don't overthink it. I never have overthought that stuff.
It's
I mean, in
creepy
the
if you
immediate
don't.
sense, you like not smile but smirk.
So,
Right.
so you're sat there, like the girl might
This
look
is
at
me.
you, and you're like this.
No, how is that a smirk? Is that what I look like? Do I smirk at you?
All right, do it.
That's your smirk.
Well, no, okay, I gotta get in the. Okay. All right, now look at me like you. No. You look. Let's see Gavin.
Where am I looking?
Look at Brandon.
All right. Nice.
You're attracted to him.
Ah, nice.
Got the
gotta
eyebrow.
do the eyebrow.
Yeah.
I will say this. I will
Ladies
say this
love.
that the inclination. Did you guys find the Jaden or the Smith family reaction?
Yeah.
It's the
He's
same
doing it.
exact
Same
It's the
face.
same face. It is the same face he makes in every single photo.
Look at what.
Will Smith. Oh hell no.
Did they cut to this like during the broadcast?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
How else would people have it?
I don't know.
Fair
Maybe
enough.
there's promotional pictures, photographers there.
Point Burnie.
Just somebody randomly decided I'm going to take a picture of the
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Smith family.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I had something funny happen the other day. There's this show that I've been on called Rude Tube in the UK.
Yep.
And that's the one I always get tweets from whenever they repeat that episode. They sent me another email. They were like, hey, we want to use another one of your videos for a different episode. Can we come and interview you again? I was like, yeah, I live in Austin now, though, so there's that.
Bring
and
it
they,
on.
They were like, all right, we'll fly someone over. So they just flew a dude to Austin to interview me in my little house where I live. I forgot about it. And so earlier that day, I went to Michael's pool, got really drunk, and then I was like, earlier that morning, I was like, oh, I have that thing tonight. So I was like, oh, don't let me get too drunk. Don't let me drink too much. Got hammered.
Wow.
Then went home, met the guy. I wasn't late or anything, but I was just like, oh, God, I'm way too drunk for this. And it was the melon one that they were showing. So
Which one?
The one where I broke a melon with rubber bands.
Oh, with rubber bands, yeah.
So the guy went and bought a prop. And he was like, all right, we'll do like an interview and then we'll do like a little bumper at the beginning of you just like throwing a melon or something. So I did this interview. I got through it. I'm sure it was probably mostly unusable. I will see. But then he was like, all right, just throw the melon up in the air. And I was like, oh. And I kept like fumbling the melon. He was like, all right, just throw it like nicely up and down. I was like, oh. And then I dropped it and it rolled away. And I was like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. I've been drinking all day. And he's like, all right, let's get. It's like, I felt so sorry for the guy that flew all the way from England to film some
Good thing
drunk
he
idiot.
didn't
Why
jump
would
driving
this
melon.
hire a local dude? I don't know. Can you imagine too? It's like your neighbors looking into the backyard and seeing some guy filming you, throwing a melon in the air, and you not able to do it. Like you're apologizing for your bad melon throwing skills.
Everything was so blurry and hot.
Up to that point where you're like, I made it. I got it.
I got this. All I gotta do is throw this
Home
melon
free.
and I'm done.
Also, as soon as he left, I sobered up completely.
it was the embarrassment.
Yeah.
Yeah, shame will do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Sucked
be
in.
worried about doing an interview really, really drunk. That would worry me.
Yeah. I just didn't care. Like, you would think I would care about that. I don't know why I didn't.
Yeah, I
I
absolutely think you'd care.
I literally said I'm not going to get too drunk, and I just ignored my own advice.
And were you on? Was it a video interview or was it like going to be an article in something?
There's a video. It's on for a TV show.
'Cause
Wow.
You have to be worried that maybe like an uncut version just like hits YouTube and all of a sudden you're that guy
Yeah.
and the video's never going away.
But once again, that wouldn't even bother me.
No, I know it bother you. I'm saying, Bernie.
Normal people.
With the lights. All
That's
right.
meth.
We got derailed by Gavin's interview. Good luck on your interview, drunkie.
Yeah.
Hope everything went
It's
well.
bad, isn't it? That's really bad what I did.
That's
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't show up to an interview drunk, especially if
Yeah.
a guy came over from the UK to do it.
Yeah.
But shit, you know, you do things sometimes. You know, we went over
your
to a
charm.
film festival in the Netherlands, you know, and I drank too much the night before a presentation. I pulled it off okay, but I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that.
You came down. It was on a panel. We were waiting for you in the lobby for ages, and then he came down with a massive crease down his face, clearly from a pillow, like where he'd been sleeping. And I was like, "Where were you?" And you were like, "Oh yeah, having a nap." I was like, "You got a big crease. You've been asleep for like 8 hours on the same spot. You nap my ass." You just walked straight in and did it, and you're like, "All right, machinima."
Yeah, so I mean, we all do stuff like that, but I should have done a better job with that. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm in another country and I'm presenting about that stuff. But
Pillow crease?
the crease on my face was long gone.
That is one thing you just can't hide. That's just there's no point
You
lying.
can't play it off.
Yeah.
I have like sheet lines, crumpled sheet lines.
Just to get up their sides,
Just like the
stroke.
drool still.
We one time we did another thing where we went over to England to a university to talk about machinima. Jason, who plays Tucker, came all the way over there with me. They flew him over at their expense. He said nothing. The entire time we were on stage and we were in a panel, he literally said nothing. He said one thing. I said, "Jason, do you want to take one?" He goes, "Nah." That was it. Did nothing the entire time.
That's charming.
And then he pulled
Yeah.
my chair out.
And then you quaked the earth.
I stood up and then he pulled my chair out from underneath me and I went to go sit back down and he didn't do it on purpose, but I went down like a sack. Sack of spuds, as
You've
Gavin
gone
said.
down like a
spuds.
sack of spuds twice that I've seen. The other one being the Tony Hawk ride
yeah.
skateboard.
That was a decent.
That was
spud.
another sack of spuds.
I watched that video again like last week. It holds up. Pretty great.
Yeah, thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
I would say
your back wheel skating.
I would say that
Watch this shit.
the Tony Hawk controller
Nailed it.
is not as uncool as the Guitar Hero. I think I broke my fucking arm. Not
Well, Gavino free loves lava and rage quit gets a head trauma every other day to make his wage. While the other staff just sit around and Gus's ass won't leave the ground, Joel will get annoyed at Gavin's age. And so Burnie goes to get a snack while Joel concentrates on Patillo's plaque, leaving drunken Jack in despair. Oh well, the podcast is starting, and I think I hear Jeff farting. Let's just hope he hasn't messed himself down there. It's a podcast, y'all.